Grace. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. I just took a sip of my coffee. One sip. And I choked. Woo. Thank you, Jody. I might have to leave for just a second. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Oh, hello. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Good morning. Oh, that was crazy. Oh, I just was waiting for you guys to come on. I took a little sip, went down the wrong way from the start. This one's going to be epic. Oh my goodness. So I had to step into the other room so that I could really cough. Yeah, that's my epic getting strangled thing. Well, and I took, shame on me, I took the lid off of my crochet therapy tumbler because my coffee is really hot and I wanted to get a sip. A spoonful of honey. I'm good now. For a second there, nobody was on because it was like right at the beginning. And I even thought about like ending the live stream really quick so that I could because I have to, yeah, it's not fun. When I get strangled like that, the only way, what inevitably happens is everything. Thankfully, it's the first part of the morning, and I will definitely edit this out. Only you live folks are going to be able to see this part. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, good morning. What a way to get the day started. Wow. So yeah, you guys got to look at my yarn, and so guess what? Yesterday, well, first of all, good morning, everyone. And hey there, welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet, Wednesday WIP edition. Woo, woo. And good afternoon to you, Gloria, and good evening to anyone in Australia or that side of the world, because I know you guys come on late just so that you can chat with us, and we love it. So anyway, oh my goodness, yeah, you got to look at all of my yarn. And so yesterday I got the joy of taking my 3-year-old granddaughter painting, and it's a ceramic shop, and it's about an hour, it takes an hour to drive there with traffic. And so we get there, and the place doesn't open for another hour. I was like, why is no one here? So anyway, and this is a little place. It's called Picasso's Palette, and it's so cute, and it's a little ceramic shop, and you basically pay the price on the bottom of the little ceramic piece, and that includes all of the your sitting fee and using all of their paints and everything. Good morning, Gina. And so let's see, let me go down the list. Brenda, Mary, Jody, Lori, Jody, Gloria, Gina. Who all else is here? Nice to see everyone. And so I took her, and then we had an hour to do something, and it was too early for to go grab a bite to eat. And so I got permission from her mama for us to go into Hobby Lobby, or Lobby Hobby, as she likes to call it. And she had never been into Hobby Lobby before, so it was really fun. She walks in and she's just looking around, and she's like, wow. And then she's seeing everything, oh, there's a flamingo. Oh, there's and she just was so intrigued with everything in the store. That for me, I was like, well, let's go find you a craft. And so she kept getting craft and raft mixed up, and she was thinking that we were buying her floats. And so I kept trying to explain to her that these were not floats. These are, oh, you have me on big TV today, Robin. Oh, that's scary. So anyway, so we were walking through, and she would say, I was thinking, okay, we're going to go over to the kids crafts section, and then she knew we were going to go over to the yarn. She was going to help me pick out yarn. Does she need a hearing aid? And so anyway, so we were walking through. Well, she was intrigued by everything. She would be going, we went down one aisle, and then she would say, oh, Grammy, can we go down this aisle? I'm like, of course we can. We had an hour to kill. So anyway, we went down the one aisle, and it had all the chairs on it. And we walked down, and she said, oh, look at that clock, Grammy, look at this. And then she saw the clear acrylic chairs that look like princess chairs. So she had to sit in every single one. We just had fun just going through every single. She found the aisle that had all of the mirrors in it. And there was one that was humongous. I've never seen a mirror quite this big that was framed like that. And so anyway, so she was standing in front of the mirror and just, looking at herself and admiring herself. And so we found some floats, and then we got to the floats. That's what she called them. We found some crafts. And so then we went to the yarn aisle, and she would pick up, first thing she picked up was pink. And she said, Grammy, this pink is very happy. And I said, yes, it is very happy. She said, can I put it in your cart? Of course, go ahead. So then she said, well, can I put another one in your cart? Yes, go ahead. So the girl got me a big bag of yarn. Now I did get some and her eyes were variegated because it had like blues and browns in it, and I just really liked the way it looked. It was very sedate, and I must be in like a blue kick for variegated. Although I do have some really wild color variegateds there too. And they had one that was really bright, springtimey looking variegated that I'm sure I've had before. And anyway, Easter pink baskets. Oh yeah, that would be so great. Except the Easter bunny brings the baskets, so Grammy's not supposed to make a basket. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I have rules. So anyway, but she really enjoyed herself. And so then we went, and I could tell, it was lunchtime then. So we went and got something to eat. And then we had a picnic in the shade in the car, and she got to unbuckle. We turned off the air and rolled down the windows, and she got to sit. And wow, that took a long time. I'd say, are you ready to go paint? No, I'm still eating my cheeseburger. Okay. So that took like over an hour. And so then by the time we got to the painting, she was yawning. We didn't get home until 4:00, and we left the house at 10. So that was a long day. And yeah, all good bunnies should. That's right, Gina. And the little girl, she is so cute. When I'm crocheting and she says, Grammy, can I do it by myself? And I'll say, sure. And I'll hand whatever it is, because I know I can just frog whatever, she can't mess up my yarn. So she'll hold the yarn, and she sticks her little finger in the air. She's not sure what to do with it yet, but she knows to stick that finger in the air. So Lori, you come sit in front of me and I'll show you how to stick that finger in the air. So anyway, we we had a blast. And so she had fun, and she told her mommy last night that the most fun she had yesterday was walking around and looking for floats, even though there were no floats there. There were no floats. So are we ready to get started doing our WIPs? And I just want to say welcome to everyone. And, today is Wednesday, January 20th. And, let's just remember that, good morning, Valerie. Good morning. That this is a good place to be. And I just want to welcome everyone. And so, let's all, even if we don't understand what someone is saying, let's just think the best. Think the best of everyone. And that's what I do as well. So, excuse me. For those of you who are coming in late, I had a little coughing spell right at the beginning and had to abandon you. So if I can figure out how to edit it, I will, but I probably won't. Let me tell you the truth. So speaking of WIPs, oh my goodness, did you see the unboxing that I did on Friday with my my one of my partners in crime, Lori, and she makes everything fun. She makes everything so much fun. Well, this yarn right here, of course, look how much I've used. I see you. And so this yarn, she kind of made a joke, and she said, it reminded her of Kermit the Frog. Well, it's greens and blues, and it's really very pretty. And I don't know if that's coming through as a green or not. It kind of looks yellow on my end, but it's really kind of like a lime green. So I couldn't wait, and I had to do something with it. And I think you'll see that it's lime green this way. So I started a C2C scarf because it was something that I could do, you know, at the house and at the house. That didn't make any sense. I could do at night and just, you know, like not think. And I know I have a couple of those going, but that's my excuse anyway for trying out this new yarn. I just wanted to see how the colorway went out. Now, some of this yarn has like, do you see that? How it has like the twisted blue and green? And I was thinking that it was going to be a little more pronounced, but it's not really. Do you see how it just has like a little, like right there in the middle, it just like starts muddling right in here on this row. So it like goes from solid green, and I mean, literally it's almost just one row of this C to C, and then it goes into blue. So anyway, it's, you know, it was very subtle, the move, and I was thinking that it was going to be more like, well, almost like a variegated, but it's not really. I mean, it is a little bit, but it's such a little section. It kind of surprised me. Not complaining about it. It just surprised me. So anyway, I don't know. I don't know if I can get one whole scarf out of this. And I thought I could, but I feel like I'm halfway done with this, and I'm not halfway done with my scarf. So I guess we'll see, because like the point part is right here. But anyway, oh, so anyway, this is kind of neat. Yeah, kind of neat. Oh, Gloria. You inhaled coffee. That's what I did, Lori. I inhaled the coffee. And Gloria says she's finishing a second fisherman. She calls it fisherman's knot. It's the fisherman's rings square. And so yay, it is definitely something to, you know, to party over. Definitely. Okay. All right. So that's one of the, see, that was a successful sip because I had a sippy cup lid on it. So I told you before that I changed these boxes. I have two of these boxes, and one of them has my my WIP, the blanket. So this is the, and it kind of looks like a rug to me too, but that's okay because I love it. This is the blanket that you guys helped me pick out the purple color. So I might work on that this morning because I just love it. And I forget how much I love it until I touch it, you know? That's why you should keep your WIPs accessible and not hidden in a closet, because then you forget how gorgeous they are, and you forget, and then you lose your desire to work on them. My other one, I'm so sorry that I keep clearing my throat. My other one is my grandson's, and so that one, I have started the blue around the edge on that one. And so, oh, that one's soft too. And I love the drape of this blanket. Excuse me. It's all half double crochet. So it has a really neat drape on it. So anyway, that's all good. That's all good. So there we go. So I'm really happy to have that one started too. So I don't know which one I should start on. And that, don't be sorry that you think it's a knot. You can call it whatever you want. Barbara has a video on it. Oh, okay. Yes, I do. I have a tutorial called the Fisherman's Ring Square, and it is so pretty. Gina, you haven't seen it. Excuse me. I'm going to have to do something about that. I don't know if I can reach it. I mean, I've already abandoned you once, so why not just, let's just go all out today, right? Oh, okay. Here we go. This is, sorry for the rattling of the paper, but this is how I store these because I don't want any dust or anything to get to them. But let me show you a couple of them. Let me see. What colors would be best to show? I like these colors. Okay, so let's see. This is a light lavender. And, oh, thank you. It's sparkly. Thank you. So this is the Fisherman's Knot. Or, Gloria, you have me saying Fisherman's Knot. I love you, girl. Don't worry about it. Fisherman's Ring. And so as you can see, it has, 2 circles of cables, and it's just so pretty. So pretty. And so what I've done is made all different colors. And I mean, I haven't duplicated the colors at all. And I have greens and blues and mango. This one is a pale green, which you probably can't see too clearly. I hope the color's coming out. And obviously, I even have a pink and all these different colors. So then I'm going to connect them with white. And it's just going to be just the happiest little blanket ever. So anyway, thank you, Gina. And so, oh, you're welcome, Gina. You're welcome. I happen to have everything within my reach. Yeah. Thank you, Carla. Thank you. So let's get started whipping. What is on your hook, guys? I know Robin is working, or she's watching on the television. So she probably, I don't know if she has her, you know what? I think I'm going to do this right now. And I'm going to do that one. I'm going to do this one right now. And so she probably doesn't have a way to communicate with us just yet. But you guys, what's on your hook? Lori, what's on your hook? And let us know. I am human. What's on your hook? I want to know. And let's see. Here we go. Oh, you see all my cords and everything. Oh, that's terrible. And you can't even see my head. Here we go. Let's do this. I'll hold it up this way. So let's see. I'm doing it this way. So, oh, you can still talk. Good, Robin. Good. So, yeah. So I had a busy day yesterday and it was fun. Oh my gosh. This blanket is so big. It's so long. I mean, it's not wide yet, but it's so long. I don't know. Oh my gosh. When it gets even bigger, I won't be able to do this as a on a WIP Wednesday because oh, that's right. Let's see. This one was the single crochet and then I do the double crochet. Okay, good. So on the double crochet row, I mean not double, but half double. I do 2 and then do this. Oh my. So yeah, that was my yesterday. So we did the live how to read a pattern. And that's hard to translate through in a live type thing. I don't have right now, I don't have like a whiteboard or anything that I can share with you. And I was trying to find my my poster board so that I could, in bright letters or in either in black letters so that it would be bold, basically in bold, um, that I would like write out some directions and then we could go over them together so that you could see them a little bit better. So let's see. Oh, Lori, you're going to start the blue ball in a shawl. Does that mean that you finished the red one? Wow, that's really cool. And Robin is working on her WIP from 2004 to 2006. She said, it's time to get it done. Yeah. And oh, Carla says she's waiting on a shawl and a ball. And Lori, did you use one of the patterns? I think you did, maybe. Oh, and she did finish the Lori, you're doing so great. Lori's hopefully I can share this because you shared it on the air, but your crochet, what was it called? The crochet of the year for 2021, your goal was to complete 2 things. And you've already completed what, 7, 8? That's amazing. You have completed them. That's amazing. I've started some. I don't know if I've completed any. Have I completed any? Yeah, I did complete some. But not too many. Not too many. So, okay, and Lori said she's going to post the red ball and a shawl and a ball. Oh, the red shawl and a ball on our Facebook page. So if you have not joined our Facebook group, you should do it. The link is down below. And just click on that link. It'll take you to the Facebook page. And then just click join, I think, to join the group. We are a private group so that so everything that you post in there is private. It can only be seen by the group members. That's why when someone asks, can you make this shareable? No, anything that's posted in there is not shareable. You can't, there's no share button because that way, whatever we post is private. We don't get outsiders making comments on our work or anything or on our makes. And also that is a way for you to post things that you've been working on that maybe you don't want, family members to see because it's a gift for them or something, So this way, everything, whatever you post in crochet therapy stays in crochet therapy, right? So, so that's a good thing. And so let's see. So Valerie is working on 2 baby blankets and a shawl. Wow. And thanks, Gloria. I know that that reading patterns can be challenging, and I know that learning through the internet is challenging as well. Just remember those, the purpose of the brackets or the parentheses or the asterisks, the little stars, are there to tell you how many times to repeat that one little section. That's really the main trick to reading patterns, is figuring that out, because once you figure that out, then the rest does kind of flow. Of course, there can be, some challenging patterns out there for anyone. Trust me, with that fisherman's ring tutorial, I know some of you were like, I had to watch very closely. Well, trust me, I had to frog that thing so many times just to get that stitch right, because I was reading the pattern, but it wasn't going into my brain the right way until finally I got it. And I was like, okay, I got it. Oh, Jody finished a set of amigurumi cactus. Nice, nice. Carla's working on Baby Yoda. So cool. Oh, and there was a clearance on their kits. Nice, nice. I like that too. I really like the clearance. Although Um, I for some reason now, unless it would be a blanket, I don't appreciate a kit as much as maybe I should. Um, but I would like the Yoda. I would like the Yoda, and I thought about getting one for the Harry Potter kids, but then I thought, "Oh, how tiny." And I thought, "No, never mind." You know, the tiny, tiny stuff, the older I get, the harder it is for me to see. And if I'm having trouble seeing, then although I do have my neck light, which I love my neck light. And that thing is so handy, so handy. I used to use it a lot at my other house because we didn't have a light source right next to me or over my head or anything. Now, in this house, there's plenty of light in the living room, so I don't feel the need to, use my neck light, although I probably should because then I could, turn off one of the big lights. Um, oh, you're not crazy about it, but you're almost done. Well, there you go. And then you can have it done. Hey, Kathy, she says it's snowing there on the farm. Kathy, what kind of farm do you have? I am in love with farms. Oh my goodness. And you know what? If I could have snow right now and a fireplace and a hot cup of coffee that I don't choke on, I would love it. Mm. So yesterday, when my granddaughter and I were sitting in the shade, I was just, totally just into her, and we were having conversation and everything. And I didn't even see this man come up to the vehicle, and he was just right there, and he said, "Ma'am, can I ask you a question?" And I looked up, and I must have given him like the Barbara crazy eye look, and without even thinking, I just smiled and said, "No." I don't even know where that came from, but I must have given him like a crazy eye, and I went, "No." And he went like this. He put his hands up and he said, "Okay, okay." And he backed up. Oh my goodness. I was like, so then I rolled up the windows, and we already had the car doors locked and everything. And we were right in front of a furniture store. So we weren't in we were in a busy parking lot, but we were in a shade right in front of the window of the furniture store. So it wasn't like we were, in an empty park or anything. I would never put myself in that place, with my anxiety and everything. Grammy's going to keep everybody safe. Yes, it was mama mode, I think, but I don't even know where that came from. And then I was watching him, and I'm like, why is he acting that way? Because I didn't consciously, I mean, honestly, I don't even know where the no came from because it was just so fast. He was like, "Ma'am, may I ask you a question?" And I heard what he said, and I looked up, and I said, "No." And I must have gone, "No." I don't know. And I rolled up the windows, and you know. So anyway, that's an interesting story from yesterday, and I keep thinking about that because I'm like, "Lord, Barbara, what did you look like that made the man back up with his hands in the air?" I don't know. I don't know, but apparently he took my no seriously, and I was very happy about that because I don't know, you know. Yeah. And then I looked over at my precious granddaughter, and I'm like, "Get away from me. I don't know you, get away from me." So, I was very protective. So, yeah, and he stayed away from us, but I did see him approach a couple people, and he was basically asking for money. So, you know, you know how that goes. So, anyway, um but that was that's still going through my mind. That's why I told you guys about it, because I don't even know where that came from. Oh, sheep and lambs. Oh, and no fireplace, but you have a wood stove. Okay. That's cool too. I like a wood stove. My sweet sister-in-law and brother-in-law, they got the family cabin, and they bought the family cabin in Tennessee, and they have a wood stove there, and that's just as lovely as a fireplace. It really is. I love it. Um, Mary says she's working on the big scrap bag. Oh, nice. Black is the main color, and adding whatever color you grab. That's awesome. That's really fun. Oh, what a neat idea to have one color as like a main, like a consistent color throughout, and then having all the different colors go through. That's really neat. Let's see. Oh, Kathy, Lori wants to know what kind of woolies you do. What kind of sheep and lambs do you do? She, she loves the fiber. So, oh, okay. All right, Gina. Oh, you're just waiting on him. Okay. Well, have a lovely day. And hope everything goes well. Yeah, I have the same thing happening on Friday for me. So, right after our Friday live, we'll be heading to the big city to do something very similar. So, anyway, yeah. Let me see if I back this up and push this down a little bit, then you can see me crocheting a little more. So let's see. What do I have? Oh, you know what I have on the agenda for today? Clean up my room. Yes, because I have boxes. I have the 2 boxes of yarn from Friday that I still have not put anywhere, although I have given some of it away, and I am very happy about that. Yes, actually, I gave, we had our Christmas on Sunday with my sweet sister-in-law, Tanya, and that side of the family. And so since it was so late, I went ahead and got a gift bag, a nice tall gift bag, and I just started filling it with yarn. So she had another, another present and everything. But since she was sick, and since she's been recovering, she just hasn't got her Crojo back. So I thought, well, maybe some new yarn will help perk her up. So I filled this bag. It was the biggest bag that I had, and I absolutely filled it with yarn. I filled it with some from my shelf, and I filled it with some from the box that that I unpacked. Do you remember that teal looking really thick yarn? And we had 3 balls of it. I gave her that. And okay, Kathy says she has Dorsets. Good morning, Squish. How are you? It's good to see you, and good evening to you. It's good to see you. I am crocheting on my scrap blanket and working that up. And so that's what we're doing today, is just doing the WIPs and having a little chat. Robin's working on her WIP from 2004. Lori's starting a new one, which, gosh, Lori, that's awesome, because she has completed a shawl and a ball, the red one, and I can't wait to see it. Okay, yeah. Gosh, this is a long row. Oh, and yeah, okay. Oh, well, you know what? If it's I'm doing this every other, and now I'm not so sure, but I'm almost at the end of this row. I really like this purple that you guys picked out for me to do, and because it gives a nice, deep, warm look to this blanket too. So anyway, Um, so yeah, today I have, oh, and then all the yarn that my that my sweet little granddaughter picked out yesterday, and oh, she was so cute. I have to show you this one yarn that she picked out, and she kept saying, Grammy, is this orange happy for you? And I would say, oh yes, it's happy. She'd say, okay. So she got the brightest orange. It's almost a neon orange. It's really bright. But then she found the yarn that was velvety and really thick, and then the furry yarn and everything. And I don't work well with those because if I can't see my stitches, then I get a little bit nutso. And oh, Kathy is working on her Indian paintbrush Afghan, and that is so beautiful, so beautiful. Guys, go to our Facebook page if you haven't already join so that you can see a photo of this work in progress. This make is so gorgeous. I've just never seen any colors quite. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful, and I'm in awe of it. I really am. Even being a crocheter, I'm looking at it going, how did she do that? That is amazing. So I can only imagine what others who are not in the Yarny community, in the crochet community, are thinking, because it just looks like an impossible thing to make. It's really gorgeous, really is. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put this over my shoulder. Hey, problem solved. There we go. And I'm almost at the end of this row, and then I can do a single crochet row. And actually, this is a scrap blanket, so I guess I can do whatever I want with it. But I do want to have a little consistency in the stitches, even though it's kind of hard to spot with all of these colors. But I do like having a little consistency. So that's nice. And oh, sheep and lambs, no fireplace. Okay, good. I thought I misread that and it said no lambs, but so well, obviously, let's see. Lori went home Friday evening with that ball of yarn. And so today is Wednesday, and that red shawl in a ball is completed. So that's really amazing. That's pretty doable. Lori, it probably wasn't a really large shawl, or maybe it was with the stitch. I think it was kind of like an open weave stitch or something like that. I don't know. So that's cool. That's cool. Let's see. Oh, okay. That's a meat sheep, correct. What do you make with the fiber? Oh, Lori's jonesing on your fiber, Kathy. She's going to want to hook up with that fiber. So if it's a meat sheep, what do you do? Do you shave it before you take it? Or when, that's interesting. I don't know. Oh, 20 times 50. Okay. That's a nice size. That's a nice size. Let's see if I can put this one on this shoulder now. It'll help keep me warm while I work. I have a long way to go because this will not even cover my feet yet. Because this is the width, and then I'm just going up the bed. So, oh, let's see. I want to do a single crochet this row. So that's quick. I should have some music playing, but I can't because then it'll be copyright infringement, and we can't do that. My so yesterday, Nicole ended up getting a kit to make bracelets, and it had metal charms and like ribbons, and it was for older kids, but she's gonna work it with her mama. So, and when she got it, she said, "My mommy will like these because they were pretty bracelets." And of course, Nicole is into jewelry and anything about being a princess, and you know, she's all about the princesses right now. And she had jewels in her hair. She had her hair in a French knot, or a French braid, excuse me. And then she had little rhinestones all throughout the braid, and it was really cute. And for being 3, she's very, of course, you know, I might be a little bit biased, but she's very smart. We got out of the car and she says, "Grammy, I like your shoes." And I said, "Well, thank you. I like yours too." And she said, "Thank you. They light up." And so then she stomped her way to the front door. And of course, it was bright out. And she said, "They're not lighting up today. I don't know why." And I said, "Well, maybe it's it's the light. You can't see how they're lighting up because it's too bright and too sunny." Um, so even though it was a little cool here yesterday, the sun was really shining bright. And it's a little cool here today too. And I do like it. I do like it. So yeah, I've got to find a place for all of the yarn that she picked out for me. She picked out a yarn that is kind of like an eyelash yarn. It, thank you, Robin. Thank you. And, oh, okay. The shawl is nice and light. It's Florida weight for sure, or a nice little springtime shawl weight too. That's nice. So after she picked out the yarn and everything, she found that one, and it's a scrubby yarn from Hobby Lobby, and it's called Scrub It, but it looks like eyelash yarn, and it's opal essence. So it like is an iridescent look. So I think it'll be really pretty, and it'll go with any color cotton that you want to combine it with. So I'm kind of excited about using it. I wouldn't have picked it up, but she thought it was gorgeous, and she said that it, Grammy, this isn't too thick. So anyway, she was very receptive to my wants on my yarn stash. So anyway, yeah, she's going to be ready to learn how to crochet soon. On the way home, I was playing the and of course it was, just the sound, but I was playing the show from yesterday on my phone so that we could listen to it. And so she was listening, and then she would hear something, and she said, well, I said something about a gauge, and she said, "Grammy, do you have a gauge?" And I said, "Yes," because I didn't know how to explain a gauge to a 3-year-old. So I just said yes. And she said, "Well, where do you keep it?" And I said, "Well, I have a gauge at home." And so then she said, "Grammy has her gauge at home." And then she wanted, like, I would say something about, single crochet, 2 together. And she's sitting back there saying, single crochet, 2 together. So she's going to be very astute in the terminology of crochet really fast. Uh-oh, Lori's going to admit something. She went to Ollie's. Oh, my, hold on. I have to plug this in really fast or I'm going to lose you guys. She went to Ollie's and and bought a cart full. You know what? That was Red Heart you bought, sister. Red Heart with Love, which is really soft yarn. So yay for Lori. And you're going to show us in the Facebook group? Okay, good. So guys, if you're not in the Facebook group, go over to the Facebook group so that you can see Lori's haul. Yeah. $1.99 plus 15% off. Wow. That is really good. Everybody needs a car full and a cart full, definitely. Definitely. You know, and when you can get it on sale, then it really, I mean, when it's $1.99 a skein, and then you get another 15% off of your whole order. Oh my gosh. I mean, really, you can't beat that price. You just can't. And of course, this is local. It's a store in the United States. I don't know how far this Ollie's store goes because I really never even heard of Ollie's. It's on the other side of the county. I never paid attention to it. I kind of thought it was like a Big Lots and maybe it is. Check out the Facebook group you joined. Oh, okay, good, Carla. Go check out the Facebook group and post some photos. We love it when people share photos and stuff. So, oh, I'm almost at the end of this variegated, so I'm going to have to come up with another color to join. And let's see. Yeah, I'm almost at the end of this variegated yarn. So, oh, and my mom balled up some yarn. Let me see. I don't know. I do like this purple, so anything goes with purple. Even weird colors go with it in a scrap blanket. Tennessee does have them. Oh, good. Well, that's good to know. So you got a cart full, and I'm assuming that maybe their carts are the size. Are they the size of like Walmart carts, or are they the size of Hobby Lobby carts? Because I can easily fill a Hobby Lobby cart up very fast. That's not a problem. So, all right. Oh, I like the way the weight of this, even just like this, is, I mean, I would never make this. I probably wouldn't. You know what? You can make this as a coat. This would be a really nice coat. The weight of it, I mean, because it's solid. It feels warm. It feels like a hug. So I really like that. Okay, Maryland has them. Pennsylvania has them. Oh, a little bit bigger than Hobby Lobby. Oh, and you filled it. Good for you. Good for you. Well, you got a better deal than the Hobby Lobby sale because I think the Hobby Lobby, when those yarns go on sale, they're about they're around the $3.50 range per skein. So, excuse me. So they're probably not as good. Okay, I need to change my yarn. And I'm afraid that this one is too slick, but I think I'm going to try it anyway. So this is the next ball color that I'm going to use, but it's very furry. This one was one of my not so favorite. No, can you see how furry that is? That's the yarn. That's how furry it is. It's really weird. Anyway, I might try it. Let's try it. Okay, so I'm going to do my magic knot here. Let me see. Let me put this one over this shoulder. Hey, Wendy. Good morning. Good morning, Kelly. We are working our WIPs this morning. So do you have a WIP that you can work on? And we're telling stories and learning about each other. The wool because of the fur. Yeah, it's weird. I agree, even though it's soft, but it's kind of weird. So the wool, but you know, there are some people who that's all they use. And I know a lot of knitters are very much into the natural fibers. And I, you know, I love cotton, which it always amazes me that, you know, something like that can grow on a plant, on a, you know, on a cotton bush. It just amazes me that that's possible. So here we go with the magic knot. And I'm hoping that this one, I'm going to leave a little bit longer tail on this fiber. Oh, where did my, oh, okay, here we go. My scissors. Yeah. So I guess my goal this year is to get as many WIPs completed as possible. Last year I got a lot of projects done, but a lot of them were amigurumi and, you know, little things like that. So they weren't necessarily, you know, big blanket projects or anything. In fact, hardly any of them were. So anyway, I can't really even think of a blanket project that I got done last year. I think a lot of, yeah, because at the beginning of the pandemic, I was sick and it took me almost until May to get any of, you know, semblance of Crochet back. And that was mostly little amigurumi things that I could finish very quickly because it was just really hard to deal with, you know, everything that was going on and the unknowns. Thank you, Kelly. Oh, so let's see. Fisherman's knots made with 6mm and chunky yarn. I have made I have made those with not with chunky yarn, but with a 4-weight yarn, which for you is a little bit more than a DK. It is it's not a DK on your end is kind of like a 3-weight yarn, so it's just a little bit more than that. It's not a chunky. Uh-oh, Jody. Okay. All right. We'll see you later. Be well to you too. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly. I am really liking this blanket, and now I've got another, and you know, the one that I just put on, it's acrylic, but it is like this super soft, I don't know. Anyway, I think it was a Lion brand. Oh, what was it called? I had gotten rid of most of it because it was just so slippy. So slippy. And I, you know, I love a soft yarn, but if it's too slippery, I'm not a fan. I guess I have my my area that I really like, which is the 4-weight. And that's where I'm comfortable. When I made that, when I made this little guy, which I still haven't woven in the ends, but when I made this guy, this was with a 6-weight, and it said that it was an infinity scarf, and yet it's not really long enough, or to be considered a scarf in my book. It was more like a cowl that wants to be a scarf. And but when I made this, I decided that even though it worked up really fast because it was really chunky, and I think it's gorgeous. I mean, I love the colors and everything, but yeah, even that, I'm not really that big of a fan of that, because it's too big, and I have little tiny short stubby fingers, and so I just can't. I don't know. I just don't want to do it. So it does look, you know what? Gloria, would you like to come try it on? We'll let you model it for us. You're right. It does kind of look like a mini skirt. Oh my gosh, yes. So anyway, it does look like a mini skirt now that you mention it. Oh, well, I'm not modeling it for you. It won't go over my bodacious hips. So there you have it. Oh, Gloria's 5'9" and she used to model. All right. Yeah. Kathy. Oh, well, Lori could try it on for us and model it. And Gloria does want to model it for us. Gloria, you'll have to come up with a little bit of a liner, because it's got some big holes, sister. It has some really big holes here. Look. Oh, my goodness. Oh, well, that's interesting. Gloria, you've had an interesting life. You used to be a model. That's really neat. That's really neat. Oh, I need some more coffee. Dare I, guys? Oh. Yummy. Yummy. Oh gosh, guys, we've gone over an hour. Of course, the first 10 minutes was me choking. I can't believe I did that. Oh my goodness. Normally, and it was just me sipping coffee. There was nothing special about it. Oh, Valerie started a crochet journal. Project name, start and end date, yarn type. Nice. Nice. I actually bought a project book from Hobby Lobby, and that's about it. I wrote in it a little bit, kind of like I did, any other diary that I buy. I start it, and then I write something, and then I don't ever go back. So, but that's really neat. Yes, Gloria, it would show your business. You keep that business under wraps, girl. Oh, yes, yes. Don't be letting anybody know your business. Oh my goodness. Yes. Does anybody else out there journal? And let's see. Valerie and Kathy are both doing a journal. So that's kind of cool. That's really neat. I like that. I did start a journal, but the one that I bought, it just asked for so much information. And now I had a friend, Donna, that was in our crochet group at the library, and all she did was she got a, one of those spiral notebooks. She didn't pay that much for it. And she wrote her project, the date, the project name, the date, the yarn. And I think she put a couple other pieces of pertinent information. But she really made it her own type of journal. So there weren't all these empty spaces. I think that's what really discouraged me from the one journal that I bought, because it was asking for like yarn weight. It was asking for, you to attach a label of the yarn, the color numbers, and it was just asking for all kinds of information. And, either I didn't have that information or I didn't, want to store that information. Of course, to me, the most important thing is what kind of yarn you use, the name of your project, and your hook size. Because, wow, that can really, really make or break you. And, if, let's say you made this blanket and then, 5 years from now, you want to make it again because it was, you have really fond memories of it. It was a quick make, and you want to make it again, but you don't remember, obviously you're not going to remember what hook size you used. If you do, you have a great memory, not one that I would have. But anyway, so I wanted to just have the pertinent information. I didn't want to have all of this extra information. So I had all this, empty spots, and I just felt like I wasn't completing this page properly, and it discouraged me. So I kind of stopped using it. But I really liked the one that Donna did, because she decided what information she wanted to keep for posterity, and that's what she kept. She also started a temperature blanket, and so this was going to be a 2020 temperature blanket. This was before we knew what was really going to come. And she was making it for her mother, and her mother did a lot of traveling. And so what she was going to do was find out, daily where her mother was and what the average temperature was for that day, wherever she was. And she was going to do that temperature as her gauge. And so it would not only be, the temperature, but it would also represent all the different places where she went throughout the year and the temperatures that she experienced throughout the year. So it was going to be really nice. And then, all what happened, and there wasn't much traveling going on. So I actually I don't know if she has completed that blanket or not, but she's one that is so good about completing projects, and like big projects. Like she made a triceratops, a granny square triceratops, where you make the granny squares, and some of them are like not even squares, they're hexagons, octagons, whatever, and put it together to make the animal. Okay, tape the yarn label. Yeah. Good, Valerie. You're using a pretty book to make your own. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, okay, Wendy. Well, have a good day. Have a good day. Let's see. Glad to know. And Squish, you have a journal too. That's nice. That's really nice. And so, there are a lot of people that enjoy doing that as well, especially, if you're a scrapbooker too. Then you can take your love of scrapbooking and you can turn it into your journal. So you can just, have fun with all of that, because, crocheters, we're creative people. We have to keep our interests going and diversify our crochet. So absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm noticing a trend, because this yarn is very purpley right now. Oh my. So I've got a nice big thick section. It had, I'm getting a nice big thick section of purple, and it started out with like a pink. So I had my other purple with the pink, with the bright pink, but then now I'm in a solid purple section of this variegated yarn. So that'll be interesting. And I think there's some black in there too, which will really make it interesting. I love that together. It just really adds a depth to your blanket that I just really like. So anyway, you know, it's a scrap blanket, so I'm going to let it flow. And it does, you know, sometimes some of this yarn, if it is a wool, and this isn't wool, but some of the wool yarn, the fur kind of reminds me of, you know, the fur that sticks out makes me think that my cat or my dog got on it. So I'm always trying to pick it out, and yet it actually belongs there. So I know what you mean, Robin, about, you know, the furriness of it. It just makes it, to me, it makes it feel like I've dragged it across the carpet before I vacuumed, you know. Oh, my fur babies, they just have so much fur. So much fur. Let me see, am I ready to do this one? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So, well, guys, we are well over an hour, and I don't mean to keep you. I'm going to keep crocheting. If you guys want to stick around and we can keep chatting. You know what? It's not as slippy. I'm really liking it this way. And Squish, if I had thought about it, I would have held on to this yarn because it's beautiful yarn. It's kind of like, I think it was like Lion Brand. It wasn't Northern Lights. It might have been something like Northern Lights. So it had all these different colors, and it's not as slippy. I feel like I have full control over it. It's nice and thick and fluffy. So I'm really liking it. I am liking it. Yes, Gloria, you can call yourself a crocheter. I can't believe that you taught yourself in July. That is amazing. That is amazing. Lori. Oh, yeah, it helps with whips that have been sitting a while. Heidi Bears. Oh, and so Lori says she writes things down and go back and look at it just to laugh and laugh and laugh. She has no idea what she meant, because when she writes down what she was doing, then she's like clueless about what she actually meant. So, well, you know, Lori, that's probably when you're creating your own pattern and stuff too, when you're winging it. When an important thing when you're just winging it and you're just gonna, you know, sit and crochet and do something. If you want to, you know, if you get to where you really like a pattern, it's really good to write it down as you go. And that way you don't have to deconstruct it to say, oh, you know, what is it that I did that made this so gorgeous? Yeah, because deconstructing it can be really, it can be really challenging and a little bit annoying. Oh, yes, you have a Great Pyrenees. Oh, 100 pounds with white, fluffy. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Great Pyrenees are very good farm animal protectors. And they're supposed to be really gentle dogs too. So when we end up in Tennessee, I believe that, you know, when we get our farm animals, once we graduate to that, because we are going to take it one step at a time, but when we graduate to that, we're talking about getting a Great Pyrenees to be a companion to, you know, our goats and things, because they're really good at protecting your fur animals. So And let's see. Oh, and Carla's giving you the thumbs up, Gloria, of course. You know what? If you crochet, then you are a crocheter. And I didn't realize that you were so fresh. You haven't even crocheted a year yet, Gloria, and you are doing amazing. If you did that fisherman, and you call it a fisherman's knot, and that's okay. But if you did that stitch and you've only been crocheting since July, awesome job. Awesome job. My goodness. I mean, that right there is amazing. So, you know what? Give yourself a little grace and a little time with reading patterns. Don't feel bad, because you are still on the fresh learning curve of crocheting basics. And yet you're beyond basics, because look at what you're doing. This is amazing. Amazing. So, hey, look, I've gotten into, this is like a navy blue, even though it's going to look a little black on the screen probably, but I've gotten into that, and that is bringing it down right in here, a little bit darker. I don't know if you can see the subtlety of it yet, but oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Well, guys, it's 9 o'clock here. I could crochet with you all day long. Let me see. Isn't that crazy? I don't know if I'm doing a half double or a single, but yes, I'm doing a half double. That's how quickly I forget. You know, I'm doing the stitches. I'm not even thinking about it. I do look at my stitches. Is anybody able to like crochet without looking at your stitches? I can glance away and, you know, it's okay, especially if it's a big stitch like this, but really I mostly look at my stitches. I'm not one that can just like, you know, and not even pay attention to where I'm stitching. Now that young boy, Jonah, who is an amazing crocheter. He can crochet without even looking at his hands. And I think that he challenges himself. And I know he prides himself in it, because it is such an amazing feat. And I think that he's getting into his teenage years now. He may be 12 now. I'm not sure. But wow, he needs to try out for the Guinness Book of World Records. I saw on, there was a link on a Facebook page with the fastest crocheter in the world. And she was in the Guinness Book of World Records. And I don't know how fast she could crochet, but I bet you that Jonah could give her a run for her money. Of course, I also saw, yes, he is amazing. Oh, Squish, have a good night. Have a good night. Jonah is awesome. Of course, when I was looking at that, I also saw this woman who was the fastest mayonnaise eater. She had jars and jars of mayonnaise. Yuck. It just makes me feel a little ill to think about it. But she sat there with an officiant behind her, and she ate jars and jars and jars of mayonnaise in like just the fastest time ever. Okay, and that's all I'm going to say about that, because that's making me feel like I need to visit the restroom again. Oh my gosh, I have a weak stomach when it comes to stuff like that. Oh my goodness. It doesn't take much. So now this is getting into a deep teal. And so the deep teal, obviously with the purple, is really, really lovely. But this one is, it's definitely a contrast from a couple rows below where it was so light. And so this is going to be a nice stripe in there, a nice deep stripe in my scrap blanket. So I'm going to really like this a lot. So yes. Yes. I know, Robin. It doesn't take much. It does not take much. So anyway, yeah. I couldn't even watch the clip on that one because it was, yeah. We'll just leave it at that. So anyway, well, I'm almost at the end of this row. So, and you know, in my mind, I keep saying one more row, which then brings me back to our thought on, you know, once we're able to get together a little bit better, a little bit freer, we're going to have a crochet along. And, you know, that might not happen even in 2021. We may not be able to really have a crochet along until 2022, but it sure would be nice. It sure would be nice to get a nice big group together and sit in a big circle, and everybody crocheting together and having fun and chatting and getting to know one another. How fun would that be? Oh my gosh. So much fun. Anyway, okay, when I get to the end of this row, then we will sign off because I have kept you long enough, and I apologize for the beginning. Oh my gosh, you guys were so kind. I just left you staring at my yarn while I went and took care of my choking in the manner that I have to take care of my choking. And there we go. Ta-da. So this is, yeah, this is really neat. Oh, I don't know what I did to this. What did I do to this? It kind of looks, there we go. There we go. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. So, oh, that's good. That is good, good, good. So guys, I hope that you have a great day today. I hope that you stay safe. And listen, if we need to have another crochet along to keep us calm and zen, thank you, Carla. Count you in the crochet along. Absolutely, Valerie. Absolutely. We are going to be moving, Kathleen, to East Tennessee. It's right outside of Pigeon Forge. And it's just a really beautiful area there. And the county where we're moving, it's not the county, it's an adjoining county. But the people there are lovely. They're old school. They, you know, they're just really, really nice people. And, you know, it's country, it's slower, it's easier. The people are kind. Yeah. So anyway, thank you, Carla. Thank you, PJ. And so I want to see what you guys have been working on. So show me your WIPs. Go to the link down below and click on the Facebook page and go over there and join if you haven't already. If you have, take a quick shot with your camera, with your phone, and post it on the, oh, my cat just jumped up into the window. She doesn't usually do that. I'm like, that's interesting. She's wishing that she could be outside right now. Take a picture of what you're making, your WIP, and post it on the Crochet Therapy Facebook page so that we can see what you're making. I kind of wish that this was not just a, you know, a live stream that we could like Zoom somehow, but I don't know how we would, I have no idea how we would do that. Especially, you know, I don't know. Maybe I can do that one time. Maybe I can give you guys a link for a Zoom in the Facebook page And whoever wants to do that, then we can all just like be on there together, and we can all see each other and chat, and actually chat with one another, and not just, type. And that way we can all, just do the crochet thing and have fun. So maybe we'll try that. I don't know. I've never Zoomed before, so I have no idea. Yeah, I didn't have to Zoom for my work before. So anyway, have a great day. Stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And much love to all of you. Listen, give everybody extra love today, extra patience, extra kindness today. Let's let things slide off our back today. Okay. So have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.